If you have ever seen this type of a branding section in the website where we do have like the icons of the logos of some brand basically scrolling continuously on the web page, and you're wondering how is this just basically built, I want to show you how to build that in this video. So we even added a hover effect that if you bring your mouse button close to any of the icons, it's just basically going to stop, and it's a kind of a highlight that particular icon that you clicked on or that particular brand. So this one it kind of has about the 7 brands right in here. So as you can see, we do have Google, we have Nike, we have Samsung, we have Nokia, and then the rest of that right in there. So without wasting more time, let's dive right in and see how we can build this together without even using JavaScript. So we're going to use HTML and CSS. So I do have a folder I've created that I just kind of called a brand, and we'll have nothing inside of it. So we'll just do index.html, and we can go ahead and open that up. And I'm going to generate my HTML boilerplate in here, and let's call this branding. And within this, so let's create the branding section right in here. So we'll just do section, and we can just basically give this a class. And let's go ahead and call this brand section. Let's close that just down, and then within the brand section, we can create a div, and we'll just basically give the div a class, and I'm going to just basically call this brand track. So let's do brand. We can close that out. Then within the brand track in here, we can go ahead and then still create another div inside of it, which is just basically going to hold some of these icons basically. All right. So to do that, let's do div right in here, and it's still going to have a class, and we can set that to be equal to, and we can call that a brand group, and we can close that right in here. So within this particular one, we can set those icons that we draw, that we kind of have in that particular place. So let me bring in the first one. We're going to just do src for source, and we can set that to be equal to, so the first one is actually going to be hp.png, so we can do hp.png right in there, and then we can add an alt text for these. So this is going to be alt, and we can close out these right in here. Then I want to copy this, and then we can duplicate it a couple more times. All right, so I got that duplicated, and I've represented all of them. So this one is for Acer, and then we do have Google right in here, we do have Nike, and we have Samsung and Nokia right in here. So based on the way that it is right here, let's try to open that up in our browser, and this was called a brand. Open this up, and this is just basically how it looks so far right in here. And with this, the way that it is right here, we need to like basically get the images to a kind of a show up. To do that, let me just copy, and of course you can go ahead and find these images maybe on Google, because I kind of got them from Google, because I'm not quite sure if I'm going to just basically send you guys these particular icons. So if we go back to the branding right in here, or the brand, which is basically the one we're working on, this particular one, I want to paste this right in here. So these are the images. So if we refresh in here, the images are actually going to basically show up, but they're going to just show up just quite ugly. Now we can work on them with our CSS. So to do that, let's create a new file right in here, and then we can call that style.css, and then open that up. Now within the body section of our application, what we need to do right now, let's first of all style our body section. So let's do margin. I want to set the margin first of all, and I want to set the background for that. So this is going to be background, and if we take a look at that right now, let's save the changes, and that just should be able to have a black background. Okay, it's not really connecting because we haven't actually connected that to our HTML to the CSS. So if you want to do that, we can do, I'm going to just do link right in here, then use my tab. It's going to generate this, and I just basically want to do style.css right in there. Let's save the changes, and if we go to the browser and refresh, we'll now have a black background. But what I want to do is I want to be able to shift this particular content. I want to shift it down a little bit, but let me add a couple more style to the body section. So let me just copy and paste that to make things move a little bit faster. So this is just what I want to do right in there. So if you take a look there, basically coming together, but you may not notice all that much. Now I would like to change the background of that particular section called the brand. So if you take a look in here, we need to work on this. So I'm going to copy this, and once we go back to here, sorry about this, I even thought I copied that to the clipboard. So this is going to be brand section, I believe, brand dot, I mean the dash section. Now what I want to do first of all, I want to set the overflow to hidden, and The next one I want to work on is going to be the background. So let's change the background color to something like white. So I'm going to turn that to white. And the next one I want to work on is going to be padding. And I want to set that to 40 pixels. So this is 40 pixels. And that's just what that is for now. If we take a look at that, we're going to have a white background surrounding this right in here. That is just basically what it will look like. Now, if we want to take this a little bit further, we can get down right in here, and then we'll work on the track right in here. So this particular track, I want to be able to work on that. So to do that, we're going to do branch, and then we can work on the track. And I'm going to just do 200. Let's do percentages right in here to make that flexible, responsive. And then we can just do infinite right in here. And I don't think that's just basically going to scroll just yet. Of course, we're working on the track right in here, not just basically the images just yet. All right. So what we want to do now is, if we get down here, we want to work on the brand group. So we're going to have that brand, and I want to set it to flex again, just like I did to the other one above. Then after I do that, we want to have to set the width also, and I'm going to basically set this to 50 pixels, and not really pixels but percentages to make that responsive. And finally, let's go ahead and just set the justify content to center and the text alignment to center right in there. Now after we do that, we also want to work on the image itself. So I'm going to just do that branch group, and I'm going to just do space and do img, which is just basically the right time to start working on the images right in there. So let's give the height, and let's say that the height is actually going to be 60 pixels, and for the width of the images, and this is just basically going to be 0, and we're going to just have a 40 pixels. Let's terminate that, and then I'm going to just do object feeds, and then we'll set the opacity. So this is going to be the opacity, and that's just basically the natural fade that I just basically want to add to the images. Maybe when we work on the hover effect, we can just basically change that. Now the next thing I want to do is to work on the transition. So this is going to be transition, and I want to set the transition to 0.3 seconds right in there. All right, so let's save the changes, and now if we take a look in here, and this is how it looks right now, which is pretty nice. Now I am just basically noticing quite a few things in here. So the first thing I want to work on right now is, if we go to the body right in here, I would like to add something like mean height to the body right in here. Let's go ahead and just try to add that or see what it's just basically gonna do, give up, because I kind of intend to have this pushed down a little bit from the edge right in here, or from the top. And if we want to do that, we can just do mean height, and then we can set that to maybe something like 50 VH, which is viewport. So I'm going to just do VH in here, save the changes. And if we also scroll down, so taking a look at this particular justify content right in here, I would like to change this to something like space around. So change that to space around. And then if we go back in here, I want to refresh, and you see that it's a kind of a push that a little bit down. So I think we basically need to increase this right in here. All right, so that it can take 100% of the viewport height. And if you want to do that, we can just basically increase this from here. So I'm going to just do 100. And again, this padding on this section right in here, we can just add another parameter right in here, which just comes from the left and right in there. So if we save the changes and refresh, you see that moves that a lot down to this particular section down here, which is just basically where the original what was actually found in here. All right, so I think that's just basically fine, guys. And we will add the rest of the images right in here, because we're going to kind of duplicate this to make that larger. It's going to just kind of a cover up. Now let's move on to the next thing right in here. So if you scroll a little bit down in here, now let's work on the hover effect to this image right in here, because the way that it is right here, if you bring your mouse button close to this, it doesn't become all that so pronounced. So we want to add that effect right in here. So I want to copy and paste the code, which is just basically going to be .brand group and space image, and we're going to just add a hover to this. And what this is going to do is to just basically add a scale to this to 0 right in there, which will make it a lot more pronounced. So let's save the changes, and then if we refresh in here, and you see that when you bring your mouse button close to it, it becomes more pronounced. I don't know whether you guys are kind of seeing that, but it gets a lot more pronounced than it used to be. So which is just basically what we want to do. Now if we go back in here, and what I want to do right in here is to look for a way to basically animate these images right in here. I want it to move from right to the left continuously. And to do that, what we want to do is to use keyframes to be able to do that. So to use that keyframes right in here, if we do at keyframes, what I want to do, let's first of all name this right in here. The identifier is actually going to be called a scroll. Then if we do that right in there, I want to move from that of the 0. I want it to move from right to the left. What I basically want to do, let's do a from right in here, and I'm going to just do transform, and I basically want to transform that from so if we do translate right in here, this is going to be translate from 0. So let's throw in our 0 right in here, and we could terminate from here, and then down here, where do we want to go? We want to go to a negative, and to do that, if you throw this in right in here, you can just basically do translate, and I basically would like to kind of translate that by negative. So to do that, we can just do what am I even doing? I think we need to change this to transform. This is going to be transform. We need to have transform right in here, and then here we can just do translate, and this is just basically going to be negative 50 right in here, and we can even time that something like percentage. So this is just basically what is going to like a kind of a help to move that from the left to from the right hand side to the left. And we can just basically test this the way that it is now. So if we take a look in here and we'll refresh, you see that that kind of moves, right? It moves just basically from the right to the left. But what we're going to see right in here is that once you get to the last side in here, that's what is going to happen. All right, this is the last one. All right, and then you see how the second slide kind of came in, just a kind of a flickers. So we're going to look for a way to like basically look for how to modify that. And how do we do that? We can duplicate this. If we go to our index and I want to copy this in our div that we'll have in here, which is basically the group right in here. Let's go ahead and copy that. So I'm going to copy this. Let's scroll a little bit up right here. I don't know what's going on. So I want to basically scroll, I copy from here, and then I can put that down here. So let's put a comment in here and just say duplicate. I don't know whether it's called a duplicate or duplicate, but you just kind of understand what I want to do. So we just basically want to copy the same thing that we'll have up here and then duplicate it down here. This is going to prevent that kind of a flicker. So if we save that and I will take a look at that from our browser, and you see that number one is that it fills the whole space that we have in here. It fills everything, and then you see how it's just basically a kind of a scrolling, and it's a lot more natural than the one we kind of had before now. Of course, if you bring your mouse button close to it, it becomes more pronounced. The only thing we haven't actually added yet is the pause. So let's go ahead and add a pause so that we'll bring, if you bring your mouse button close to it, it's gonna just basically pause. All right, so let's do that right now. All right, guys, so I do have that copied to the clipboard, and I want to go to the CSS right in here, and let's put that on the outside. So I want to just go ahead and do that, and if you want to do that, you want to do that on the hover effect. So if you do brand section, hover, and then you can start, and then you can hit on the track right in there, and then you can just add a pause when you make use of animation dash play state. So let's save the changes. Then if you go back to the browser right here and then refresh, it's still going to be scrolling, but once you bring your mouse button close to this white container right in here, it's going to just basically pause. All right, and when you take it away, the animation it kind of continues. So that's just what it is. Now it's just basically scrolling from the left to the right in here, and from the right to the left, but we can also make it in such a way that it scrolls from basically the left to the right. And how to do that is really very simple. So instead of wasting more time, let me just copy the code and paste. All right, so I do have the code copied to the clipboards, and what I want to do is, let's first of all, I want to comment this one out, comment that out, and I want to put this down. Sorry about this. I think we need to just basically close the comments up there, and now we can paste the new one that I just copied. So this one is actually going to move from the left. That's why I'm doing negative 50 right in here, and then it's going to go to the right. So let's save the changes, and then if we refresh, you see that this movement is going to change right now. Look at what is happening. So it changes, is now moving from the left in here to the right. All right, but I know that a good number of us may just basically like to have the one that kind of move from the right to the left. So I'm going to return this, but however, I will still paste this code down here, but I want to do it in such a way that I should just basically comment that out. So let's put that in comments and save the changes. If we refresh, you see that our app is just still basically working. All right, so bring your mouse button close to it, it becomes more pronounced. Once you go off, it continues to scroll. So this is just basically what I want to let you guys see. All right, so you should also join our YouTube channel. I'm going to just flash the URL to my YouTube channel on the screen, so feel free to join us on YouTube too. So if you are really learning something from me, I want you to go to the comment section and say I am learning, and that's going to basically kind of encourage me. So if you want to come back to this video at a later time to learn more about it, you can go ahead and hit on the save button if you're watching this on Facebook to save this. And don't forget to hit the like button also. I think I'll see you guys in the next one. So bye bye for now.